Welcome to TechNOW. I'm your host, John Reid, also CEO of CATA Alliance, and we continue our thought leadership series on digital adoption. Today we're joined from our Montreal office by the Executive Director of TechnoMontreal, Lidia Divry, who's going to share with us how her community, Montreal Metropolitan, became listed as one of the top 21 intelligent communities. Lydia, I'm looking forward to your insights.
Montreal is a home for more than 3.9 million people. So we have this particularly of being multicultural and multilingual metropolis. We're the largest French-speaking city in North America, with more than 50% of the 52% of the city's population francophone, and more than 50% is bilingual. And we think that this heritage gives us an attitude for collaboration. So we have a couple of, TechnoMontreal is the ICT cluster. We've launched in 2010 a Montreal Digital Metropolis project with the aim of boosting Montreal to rank the world foremost smart cities. So in association with the industry partners, with the public sector, the institution, we brought together certain numbers of initiatives. And we added large growth generating projects in the vision of intelligent development. Now, there's numbers of factors for intelligent cities. For example, the broadband. Montreal is situated directly on the main transatlantic backbone connecting Europe to North America. And now the North America route also serves as a backup for New York. And mainly international tier 1 presence. Suppliers are present in Montreal, such as Tata, such as Pier 1, etc. And it contributes to investment. And namely, the last investment we have is from a French provider, OVH. And Ericsson just announced the last investment of $1 billion for the international data center. We do have, and we do think that Wi-Fi internet access is also important. So among key initiatives that have contributed to connectivity in the metropolis and contributed to the digital literacy for the Montrealers is Îles Sans Fil. Now, this group is known for, created 10 years ago, is known to provide free public wireless access to the internet in Montreal. And they're good actors, and they're working their way through the cultural sector, the museums, and everywhere. We do have a project, like I told earlier, Montreal Digital Metropolis, and we encourage the launch of the free Wi-Fi zone around Le Palais des Congrès and part of downtown. Now, there's a part 2 and part 3 for that project too. Now, for all the collaborative initiative we have, as a metropolis, Montreal bet on a knowledge economy. Right? Actually, 1 of 10 workers is employed in the knowledge sectors. While everybody's working on innovation, technological innovation, Montreal, I think, stands out because of its position on creativity and collaborative and open innovation projects. So, to accelerate the blooming of the greatest numbers of collaborative innovation projects that uses ICT, we are developing a strategy that aims at becoming North American leaders of living labs. We nearly have about 10 living labs operating or about to be launched in Montreal, which represents the highest concentration of open users laboratories in North America. So we have the first co-creation platform lab dedicated to the treatment of young patients by digital art is being launched by la SAT, la Société des Arts Technologiques, and the CHU de Saint-Justine. We have numbers of projects for living labs. Now, planning Montreal Digital Metropolis, we have looked at an important policy and technology challenge, and we have identified different challenges related to growth of digital within 6 main areas. So we're looking at smart mobility, smart education, smart energy. So we're trying to find certain projects to link to these teams. We do have smart health. As an example, a project example, there's a project called My Digital Primary Healthcare. Now, this project, building on ICT, this project aims to establish better dynamics between the patient and the health provider. So it's a project that has been launched last year by a certain group of research organization and health companies. And we do have another team. The last team would be not the last team. Another team would be the Smart Hub. Now, in Montreal, we do have a district called le Quartier de l'Innovation, a little bit like Mars project. And this Quartier d'Innovation district is the result of a collaborative endeavor between l'École de Technologie Supérieure and McGill University. So its ICT components is going to be called Quartier d'Innovation Numérique, which is going to be served as a pilot project for Montreal Digital Metropolis project, and trying to put a district that's going to be served as a test bed for different technologies. And the last one we're looking at is smart administration. Now that involves a citizen. Now we're talking about open data for sure. Montreal City Administration is committed to the proactive strategy for open data. We have launched the open data portal in October 2011. And there's a numbers of activity that has been launched together, like a lot of hackathons, social media, community crews. But through this measure, I think the city sees major economic benefits at the same time. So they are looking at different strategies to upgrade the open data sets. We do have, these are a couple of factors that I mentioned. I think that are a benefit to Montreal in the nomination of Montreal among the 21 intelligent cities. But there's a lot of other factors, but I didn't point them out today. But there's one element that is important for us today, is that since November 2013, you heard that we have a new mayor, and the important thing is to know is that the mayor have promised big changes, and one of them is to bring Montreal into the select club of smart cities and use ICT to communicate and to collaborate and to coordinate. He wants to, I guess, all these strategies is run to get closer to the citizens. He wants to contribute to their well-being. He wants to involve the citizens in the decisions of that affect their daily lives. So I think the project of smart cities is important, and in December he appointed a vice president of the executive committee, Mr. Arouchetillan, who would be in charge of the reform, the smart city, and the technology information sector. So I think that we're well set.